Good evening, my friends. Today, today, I'm gonna cherry pick a phrase from this passage because I'm gonna pretty much ignore everything, the context of the passage. But I just want to focus on this one phrase in here and just talk about this for a minute. 2 Corinthians 2:10 and 11 says, "When you forgive this man, I forgive him too. And when I forgive whatever needs to be forgiven, I do so with Christ's authority for your benefit, so that Satan will not outsmart us. For we are familiar with his evil schemes." And so Paul's talking about this situation where the guy slept with his father's concubine or wife, and he told him to, ostracize him. Told them to ostracize him, and now he's telling them to bring him back into fellowship and forgive him. Anyways, but that's not what I want to focus on well, because what he says right after that, he says, "So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes." So he's pointing out that Satan has devised something in the church to basically cut this guy off from the congregation and um, cause division, chaos, destruction, and whatever he did. Satan had clearly compiled some sort of scheme to get this man to do what he thinks. But at the same time, the man, each man is tempted when he's dragged away and enticed by his own evil desire. So I don't want anyone to think this is Satan's fault, but Satan knows what's within us and what each person struggles with, and is able to work through those things. So, but I think that we have to be mindful, like Paul says here. He says, "So Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his schemes, with his evil schemes." We have to realize that the enemy is intentionally trying to scheme and devise ways for us in the same way to be discouraged, disheartened, ostracized from the body, cut off from the body, and really just to steal, kill, and destroy. And we have to recognize how he works, and I'm just thinking about this now because just lately, and as I was sharing before on about the murder rate in St. Louis being lower. I mean, I know the year's not over, but at this rate, I mean, it's still, even if there was another 30 murders, which would probably be the most there would be in 4 months, and typically in the winter time, there's less murders, so I anticipate that it's going to be much lower. We're still going to be like 70 murders under what it was last year. I mean, and it could just remain the same. There doesn't have to be another murder this year. God is able to do anything. So, but but people had I listened to other people, and I didn't do any research myself, and I let what they said like enter into my mind and my heart, and even though I wasn't talking about it, but it really discouraged me because that was just not according to the faith that God had given me for the work that he had committed unto me. That hey, I would see murder go down, and um, and I believe that. I believe that our city's going to turn around, and I really hope that. And I was just starting to give up, you know, that not intentionally, but not give up really, but just kind of starting to think along the same lines that I thought before. Well, maybe that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Maybe I was wrong, but then I checked the the statistics, and I was like, what? You know what I mean? So, but we can't be ignorant of Satan's devices. We can't let Satan outsmart us. We have to be familiar with his evil schemes. Like he is constantly working through others to discourage. And he's putting out misinformation, false information. Um, I mean, he is the master of deception, discouragement, and really just lying. So I just wanted to share that again. Like, if you're working towards something, it says we walk by faith, not by sight. But like I was walking by faith, and then I let something said discourage me, which is what I thought I saw, or at least I heard it, but it was like what other people, what they were telling me they were seeing. You know what I mean? But I didn't see it myself, and I just trusted what they said. So it's just important to like not get discouraged. Um, Make sure you double check all the information that you're getting. Like fact check. You know what I'm saying? Like a for real fact check, not like the fact check of the world where they fact check stuff and they lie in their fact checks. But I'm talking about like a for real fact check, where you don't let anything dishearten you and you fact check everything you hear, no matter who it comes from. I don't care if it comes from your mom or your dad or whoever. Just, you know, take everything back in faith. And even if what they say is true, if it contradicts what God told you was possible and what that He was going to do, be patient. He'll bring it to pass. So I just wanted to say that, don't let Satan outsmart you. Don't be ignorant of his evil schemes. He is the master of casting doubt and discouragement into your heart and mind. He knows exactly what to say and do to discourage you. So, and discouragement isn't from God. If you're discouraged, um, that's not God's will. You know, it's just not His will. He wants you to. Without faith, it's impossible to please Him. And if we have faith, it's impossible to be discouraged. So let's walk by faith and not let the enemy outsmart us. Amen.